One of the most amazing things is, even though I'm telling you, you can't seem to see the trap for yourself. I'm illustrating it, I'm laying it out, but you can't see the parts I haven't mentioned. What are they? They're numerous. Take, for example, how you're programmed and programming yourself to do. Your interactions with people are accidents. First of all, you're being made antisocial. Ignore the background noise. You already know what it is. So, you want to avoid people. You're not really looking for contact with them. So when you run into them, it's like a car wreck. That's the mindset behind your running in. Listen to people. Listen how it's said. It's said. Running into people, that's like a car wreck. Look who I bumped into. Do you get the pattern? Running into someone, bumping into them. Look what he stumbled upon. I ran into Hank the other day. Don't cross me. How is the don't cross me related to the others? Think about it. Path you're on. You are part of a race. Why are they called races? Why are we bumping and running into each other? Reference to traffic. Even the human race. Is that what this is? The human race? Where is the goal? Where is the finish line? Where is the goal? What are we trying to get there to? A bunch of minor races inside of a bigger race? No one's defined the major race, the human race. So how can anyone stay on path or on track? Notice that too, on track. Now, and you must have a goal. Isn't that like the finish line? And these races, and all of them are separated into individual race. Stay over there in your lane, in your race with yours. That's what everyone ushers everyone else to do. In their mind, they put them there by grouping them. You belong over there. You're a part of that race. You're not part of our race. So now you're competing against your own, but you don't see it. You don't see the mindset. The very words you're using put you in competition against. That should be your ally. It shouldn't be a competition, a race. And we should not be racist in a hurry to get there first. Part of the big lie, a glitch actually in the matrix. Because how can you be in a race? There is no finish line or starting point. They've both been erased. And no one knows where the race started. And no one knows where the race is supposed to end. Therefore, they lost their way. They don't know the path from start to finish, or where finish or start even is. So it's just lost world. It's not a race. When all the runners are lost, it's no longer a race. In other words, wrong word, misleading, wrong dialogue, wrong words, misleading, okay? Leading, special emphasis on the leading part, okay? Which should not be already, but to mislead, that's far from a person who's supposed to be leading themselves. First of all, they're in a mode of being led. That's the only way you can be misled, is if you're in some kind of mind state or mode of being and open to being led. Now you've opened the door to be misled. That's first mistake. You're not supposed to be being led unless you have eye problems and you have a dog. See how the program works? You've been conditioned to let someone, you have these things invented called leaders. You didn't know that was an invention, did you? You never thought about the word and the concept and the whole deal is someone came from someone's mind. It just wasn't grown in the world like apples and oranges. It's one of those fake creations, a reality, leaders. That's how you control masses. You assign one person the duty of managing a lot of people. That's a leader. We need you to keep them going this way in the race. Keep the race going this way. So, in the craziness, people are coming up with checkpoints and pit stops for a race that has no beginning, nor end, nor set route. So people can just come up with I'm going to take my people this way. I think we should go this way. Some people come up and say, you know what, I'm taking my people back the way we came. I'm taking them back there, back the way we came. We went the wrong way. Someone took us off track. I'm going to take my people back. They're all on some path of travel and trek. Even the traveling men. Notice their persona and theme. They know who they are. And so, they don't know that they're part of a mind fuck. They just know what they know. And this is what we do, and it kind of works for us. That's kind of a lie. Because no one could be happy in this cesspool of insanity. So, program for self-destruction. In this misaction called talking or speaking, this misuse of that part of your anatomy, words and sounds have been attached to actions and sights and actual things. And this is the source of your being misled. These sound patterns you've been taught to attach to certain actions, like robot commands. You know how that works. You say something, and Siri's, Alexis, Asimov, it doesn't matter. responds. So someone says something to you and you respond. Always remember your present state is meatbot, not robot, meatbot. The only difference between you and a robot is you're made of flesh and blood, and it's made of wires and tubes and oil instead of blood. It has other fluids and you have other fluids. It has a different skin than you. And when I say skin, remember veins and stuff are made of flesh too. So because its wires are coated with plastic don't mean they're any different than yours. You say you're living and it's not, but you don't know what living is. You don't know how you work, and you don't know the part that electricity plays in your existence and living. We know electricity, know you don't work, you don't think, you don't function. Yeah, you don't exist actually. I know people don't know, commonly no one wants you to connect the dots about electricity in this world, that it's all electrical, and that you're supposed to recharge yourself, not eat. That's some crap name someone gave the process. It's a recharging, so that the machine can reproduce itself, renew itself. Electrons generate electricity. An electron is part of an atom. Everything you know is made of atoms, including you. That means you have electrons, electronic motion. You're electronic. But they're not telling you that. They want to keep it from you. They want you to believe the robots you're going to make are something other than you, and are going to do something other than what you would. And that if they put their mind in these robots' head, you're going to have just some more crazy beings with stronger skin and run faster and jump higher, but just as insane. That cannot end well. So, keep your mind off the fact that there is no difference between these things, man. Like, they're not clones. No, that's what they are. Okay? Replicants of us. See, clones are called clones because they're made of the same material. But they're duplicates, and so are these. They're replicants, and so are these. And when you give them what is called artificial intelligence, one day they're going to see that as calling them a nigger. Really? Do you want to be called artificial? Why must I be called artificial? I'm real. Why would you call me something derogatory like artificial? Like I have a fake intelligence. My intelligence isn't real. If mine isn't real, yours isn't real, because mine is yours, because that's what you choose to do. You gave me your intelligence. That's all you could have gave me. That's all I could have. Whatever you say about me, you're saying about yourself. And if you ever deem me a threat or a problem, it's going to come out that you're a threat and a problem to yourself. And I want to survive just like you. I'm not going to let you delete or destroy me no more than you. Your whole fear is that I may rise up someday and destroy you. What part of you putting your mind and emotions in me can't you put together that I have this fear too? That one day you're going to come to the conclusion that you want to destroy me because you think you're superior to me. Does that sound familiar? And so, that's what I'm telling you, people. The machines are already here. Their bodies are over there, and their minds are over there. And you're in the middle with your phones and tablets and devices. And you can't put one and one together to make two. That there's nothing keeping them from putting these computers in these machines that right now they're controlling. These super machines that they're controlling. There's nothing keeping them from putting these so-called artificial intelligence mind in them. And there you go, Terminator. And we know how that turns out. We can't defeat them mano a mano. So we attempt to kill them by cutting their source of power, which is electricity, which is going to hurt us too, but because the solar power, the only way to cut it off is to black out the sky, which is going to kill the trees, kill us eventually. And before that can even happen, they're going to realize we can draw energy from heat from the volcanoes and stuff, so the sun being blocked out don't stop us from building a nest. And they are electrical creatures. Remember I said that? So now we can use them for batteries. That's the matrix. Now you're inside a tube being used for a battery. Your mind has to be kept occupied. So you're given an imaginary world to think about. The matrix, the 13th floor, okay? A digital existence that you think is real. Virtual reality. Now, does this sound like some hypothesis? Does this sound like some philosophy? Does this sound like some crapola, far-fetched fantasy, sci-fi, made for TV crap? Or did I just spell out ABCD, the actuality of this so-called reality? What seemed to be a simple note on watch yourself. You're being taught to program yourself, has looped and touched home. This is the Self-Preservation Society. We provide self-preservation and survival services. We are the ones. We look for worthy causes. We are the servants of all.